Wait, hold on. Let me finish.
No, let me finish.
Welcome to Let Me Finish, the weekly podcast where we discuss what the hell's going on in pop culture, current events, and everything else in between.
We are your hosts. I'm Janice.
I'm Stacy.
And I'm Jillian. Grab a glass of wine and let's get started.
Behind the scenes.
Hello, and we are back. It is episode 19. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? We're so close to episode 20. It is Sunday, and it is also Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Stacy.
Thank you. You know I love any type of attention that I can get. If every day could be Mother's Day, it would be great.
She woke us up at the crack of dawn. I need to be recorded early. It's Mother's Day. I was like, I understand.
Yes, it's Mother's Day.
We understand, Stacey.
It is my day.
She has her whole day.
I just want to shout out all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. I hope that you are having a great day today.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
And by the time you hear this,
it'll be past Mother's Day, but
day,
hopefully you had a great Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. So, let's just jump right in. So, chokeholds this week. What y'all got? I know what I got. Oh, wait. I didn't introduce y'all. Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay.
That's all good.
We have
Jillian.
And I'm Janice.
Okay.
And you're who?
Stacy. But y'all already know who I am. Okay.
I'm Stacy.
I'm Stacy. Okay. So, let me tell you what we're drinking this morning. So we also kind of switched it up because usually we either do like wine or mimosa, but this morning we are doing iced coffee. And in the iced coffee, we have Baileys. A little Baileys.
Yes, always love a good Baileys.
Yeah.
She was trying to give me regular coffee this morning. I was like, y'all got some vodka or something?
Got some Baileys.
But Baileys is perfect.
Yeah, makes everything better. Anyway, so let's get into it. So what y'all got for chokeholds this week?
I guess I'll go first. So everyone's talking about Jamie Foxx. His daughter came out and said, hey, he's been home for weeks. He's doing good. So there's conflicting accounts as far as what's going on with his health. People are saying, he needs to be on camera and show he's okay.
Does he really? It's business.
And that's my thing is like, when can people just mind
let this
their
man heal
business? It's just like, hey, he had a medical issue. You just like, hey, hope everything is going well. Hope you recover and just move on. Everyone needs to. Why do we always need to be in people's business?
We don't. But the funny thing is, people were like saying, "Oh, we need to see him." He hasn't said anything, but he actually on his Instagram last week, I think he said thanks for all the love and everything, and that he's doing.
He did.
Yeah, But people didn't believe it because they were like, "Oh, maybe someone's posting on his behalf."
And I saw something about telling the family was saying prepare for the worst.
That was the media that said he's on his deathbed, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's when the daughter came out.
But the daughter came out and
was
said
like, "What
opposite.
is going? This is opposite." He was playing pickleball yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm like, pickleball.
Pickleball. you know what pickleball is, Stacy.
I know, but I'm just like, so he's that good.
You're running across the court?
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, okay. And here I am, like, really, because I love Jamie Foxx. Like,
yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just like, I feel like, the gossip website, they need something to publish.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're speculating and don't really know the truth. And at the end of the day, this is when it comes to your health, sometimes just depending on what's going on, people want to keep that stuff private. It's everything,
no one's business.
Yeah. Everything does not need to be for public consumption.
Right.
Sometimes, just
Public
respect people.
Even if you're a public figure, you still have right to privacy, especially when it comes to your health, medical stuff.
Well, I think that's why a lot of celebrities, well, not a lot, but I think it's when they have come to their breaking points, and that's when they, attack paparazzi, and people are like, oh my God, I can't believe them. But I think it gets to a point where they're just like, damn, can I have a moment? Yeah. Just like a single private moment.
But you know whose business I'm all up in? Kim and Croy.
Girl,
their whole life.
But they're putting their stuff out on blast anyway. So.
Yeah. So apparently, I guess they both filed against each other. They both filed divorce. I heard. I actually went back and did some research, and it looks like Croy did file first, like by an hour. He filed like his.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I read that.
Yeah, he did. His petition was like an hour before, and then hers. Yes, and I was
because she filed the divorce, and in the divorce filing, she asked for primary custody but joint. then he came back and asked for full sole custody.
And he wants her to pay child support.
Yeah.
But she also asked him to pay child support. But honestly, I think Kim gonna be okay. But Corey might need that. He might need that child support though.
He might.
Kim, she going back she go back to the housewives. And she go find her. Thank you, Papa.
Big Papa.
Big Papa. She'll find another Big Papa.
I love Kim. I don't listen. I know.
Listen, I follow her.
I know she's had her issues, and I know she's made her little racist comments or whatever.
I don't count them. I mean,
I like Kim.
Problematic things she said, but I don't think Kim Zolciak is a racist. I don't
know what she is, but I like her.
I do too. I like her.
I like the old Kim, the one running around getting like
I like the new
trucks from Big
I like
Papa
the new Kim too, with all the plastic surgeries and.
I mean,
upgrade on our wig.
Girl,
I've never liked her, so
the ring didn't mean a thing.
And the thing about
what was
Kim,
her song? Google Me.
It was ring didn't mean a thing and don't be tardy for a party. But here's the thing. I think with Kim, she is 100 authentically herself.
Yes.
And if she want to go get them big fake boobs or get them big old lip injections, she gonna go get it. And she don't give a damn what you think. Because she look good.
Close your legs to married men. Nene.
Close your legs to marry me.
Y'all, I'm sorry. I know.
I'm saying Real Housewives of Atlanta wasn't as it was funnier when they were all coming for Kim. It was so funny when they were coming for Kim.
Nene and
Nene,
Phaedra.
for me, Nene was the heart and soul of that show. And when she's not on there, I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, I don't really watch it very much anymore. I said I'm gonna go back and watch it, and if Kim comes back, I'm for sure going back and watch it. But
I'm all up in it. I'm watching it. I love.
I like the daughters too. I follow the daughters.
I do too. I used to watch Don't Be Tardy. Like,
find them very entertaining.
I just like Kim. Something about Kim. I just like her energy.
I think it's because she doesn't give. She don't give two flying fucks about what you think about her.
Yeah.
And she gonna show it all to you.
Yeah.
Even her dirty family laundry or dirty laundry with her family, like she be airing that out too.
Everything.
And I'd be like eating it up.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll follow that one and see what happens with that.
Yeah.
What you got, Janice?
So this week on Scandival, which is my Vanderpump Rules show I watch. So this coming week is the finale. Well, this finale, they actually had stopped recording, and when it all came out, they picked the cameras back up. So this episode is all about the aftermath of when Ariana found out. I told you guys how she found out.
Hold on, back up, because I'm not. Okay, so she found out while they were filming the reunion?
She found out right after they had finished filming the final episode. Like, it was right after they were at like one of his music events or at some show. And she had actually accidentally, somebody said he lost his phone. And they were like, here, Ariana, his phone. And she's like, something told her to go ahead and look at his phone. And there were videos of them pleasuring themselves to each other on the phone. Saved.
Oh my God.
I'm like, how you gonna save your dirt on your phone? Damn. But anyway, so yeah, that's how she found out. And the night she found out, her best friend and Raquel were recording Watch What Happens Live. So then she texted her, and then that's what happened with her best friend actually, like, I guess, probably put her hands on her. And she actually filed a whole restraining order against her. So they couldn't even film their reunion together, those two girls. It's going to come out. But anyway, so the finale is coming up this week. But it's crazy because you can tell last week was supposed to be the finale. But now they're bringing the cameras back up. And at one point in the finale juice, it was like, he was like, hey, because I guess like it was them confronting each other. And he was like, hey, do you want anything from the kitchen? And she goes, for you to die.
Oh, gosh.
She's like, do you need anything? For you to die.
What?
It was just so... The way she said it, so calm. But anyway, so yeah, that's coming up this week, the finale, and then the reunion. I heard it's going to be... But you could tell in the episodes, this girl is trying to convince her to break up with her boyfriend and asking her, like, are y'all even having sex? Like, when you guys aren't having sex, that probably means you're not happy. Like, do you want to be with him? Do you really want to be with him? Like, she is like a
oh my gosh
sociopath.
So she's
she is, and she's still in her head thinking that she really didn't do much, if anything, wrong. In the finale episode, she's just like, they're making us out to seem like pathological liars. Yeah, but we know we're not. You were pathologically lying about having an affair to your entire group of friends. So yeah, you're a pathological liar.
That's wild.
Wild. Anyway, so that's my chokehold, girl. Coming out Wednesday is the finale, and then next week, the next 3 weeks is the reunion. So I am buckled in.
She's
on
ready
Wednesday.
because
she's ready.
literally we were on a conference call discussing what we were going to discuss, and she's like, "I gotta go. Vanderpump is on."
I was like, girl, I gotta go.
Yeah.
She was just like, "Y'all need to hurry up and finish."
It's crazy to watch the episodes knowing what everybody knows, but at the time when they were filming, nobody knew. So it's just crazy to watch. Like,
you can
these
see all the
people
all
just
the clues.
lie. It's just
That's
crazy.
when you see how people truly are. And
it's just like, I can't imagine how you are going to have friends in the future.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't be like friends that would trust you with their man.
No, I wouldn't.
Never.
She has not shed one tear.
She's
for
not
this.
apologetic.
She's not
or-
apologetic at all.
Damn.
Like, she's more like, I'm sorry that hurt you, but I just need to live my life.
damn.
When that girl told her, hey, you're just the kind of girl that you wouldn't trust your man around. And she goes, instead of denying it, she straight up said, well, it's a good thing you don't have a man.
Oh, well, she's letting you know up front. That's what it is.
She's like, yeah, I will. If that's what I want, I'm going to go get it. But anyway, so that's what's got me in a chokehold. That thing's had me in a chokehold about 2 months. Me and Lakin, my best friend, like, we have literally been like, what are we going to do when this is over? I was like, I don't know. Gotta go find the next scandal.
Find some other scandal.
Yeah.
There's always
There's
another
always
scandal.
another scandal happening.
This was
around
a
the corner.
big one, though.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
There's always
Yeah.
something. What else did
Oh,
I
yeah.
just see yesterday? About
Jonathan Majors.
and Megan Good. I was just gonna. I don't believe
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it?
No. I mean, I don't know. I don't. It's just so random.
It was so. I'm like so.
I don't see how she goes from the pastor.
Well, it's
to
not even that
this.
because
Not
she
even
never.
that.
Yeah,
it
because
was
she's
just like,
always.
wait a minute.
He
So
was just in a relationship with the.
Yeah, it
woman
was just like
he
so. You were
allegedly-
just having a fight with. I thought that was his girlfriend.
It was his girlfriend. That
After
he,
what she put him through,
like
she broke
current,
up
like
with her.
ex
it
girlfriend.
was his current girlfriend, and
Then
that's
they
why
know
they
what-
got into the argument because she snatched his phone because there was a female on the phone. That's what they were fighting about
That
in the
just
car.
seems- I don't like. I think Janice has a good point. How you go from the pastor?
Well, that's not odd because her previous relationships they weren't.
But I mean, you were so bought into this lifestyle with him.
But she never actually changed who she was because them church women hated her. She never
She
changed.
seemed like she changed who she was.
Barely, girl. She still wore them scandalous clothes. She still did her.
I thought she was pretty conservative.
No, girl, them church women went off on her. She still did her little movies
well.
where she showed whatever. Oh, she never really changed.
This is
who
my
she
job.
truly
This is
was.
who I am.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she never acted.
Her husband was her
the church
pastor husband was fine though.
The church hated her. Though. They were
fine.
like, she's no one's first lady.
But I did send y'all a TikTok
Oh.
of this.
Damn.
I did send a TikTok where this girl, she does commentary and all this stuff on stuff that's going on in the culture. But she was saying she had, before this stuff with Making It Good came out, she goes, the only way he can get himself out of this scandal is to end up with a black woman.
oh yeah.
And I was just
Uh,
like, so is this damage control?
yeah, maybe.
Could it be?
Possibly.
But then when I
Megan
think,
Good wouldn't do that.
But Megan,
I don't think
well,
she
I don't know.
would.
She has
Megan
no
De Boer
reason
was like
to.
the creme de la creme of a black woman at one point.
she still is.
But
I mean,
honestly-
Megan Good
She
is bad.
looked
but
good.
honestly, if it wasn't true, I know if I'm Megan Good and they kind of connect me
Immediately.
with
that I'll be like
some guy caught up in domestic violence, I need y'all to put something out right now saying this ain't true.
because that's not a good look.
Yeah.
not
It
a
is
good
not a
look.
good
Well, that's what I'm
Which-
saying. How do you go for this pastor
but
to this
hold
man
up.
that just got
Which
accused of
makes
domestic
me
violence?
Think that if it is some truth to it, this would have been going on while he was with the
and
girlfriend.
that could be who he was.
Because
were
if she
fighting
hasn't
about.
come out and denied it, because me personally, I'm like, oh hell no, don't link me with
Like,
that.
I'm not linked to him
I have
whatsoever.
right, but since she hasn't denied it or no one's denied anything, it's quite possibly true. And if it is true, I can't. It would have been going on like before. Right?
I tell you this right now, when it comes to Jonathan Majors, when we watched Creed 3 the other day, he is fine.
I don't think
His
so.
body
His
is
body-
banging.
No, he is fine.
He's okay.
He's just like
But-
he has like this appeal to him. He
No.
also when it comes to him, he also looks like he does have anger problems.
But
He plays
people were saying-
he plays
But-
a man
and
like his character. He played that character very
you know
well. So
what?
is there a little bit of him in that?
You know
'Cause
what?
he looked angry in the film the whole time.
I didn't watch Creed 3 until after the allegations came out. 'Cause
Yeah,
I just
me
watched
too.
it.
Yeah, we
last-
just watched it last week.
So people who had already previously watched it and all they knew was what they just like, oh, he's an amazing actor and all this kind of stuff. But when I was sitting there watching Creed, all I could think about was his domestic issues, and to me, it made him look even more evil in the movie. I was like, I don't like him.
Is that the reason why I was sitting there thinking, damn, he looked angry?
Like, yes, in the movie, I'm like, since I know this now, I'm like, yeah, he does seem like he has. Like he gives
anger issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I guess the character just supposed to have anger issues.
My mind
so I'm
was tainted because the stuff came out.
No,
so.
I agree with Janice. I mean, the man is fine. But then again, I love a man with some really big lips. That's why I like Michael B. Jordan and him. Cause I'm just like,
I mean,
nice.
Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, there's no comparison. It's Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
But his body,
his
body was, I thought, looked better than Michael B. Jordan.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was just,
I think
his body was like on point.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Majors just has a bigger upper body.
But they did
his torso
say,
is just bigger.
They did
he's
say
just
he
more
does have anger
to me,
issues,
he's more
though.
defined.
Oh, he was.
It could be, yeah.
Very defined.
I mean,
Very.
I think it just depends. I think Michael B. Jordan is just leaner. Not saying he's slim, but just leaner than Jonathan Majors.
Leaner?
I didn't think
Leaner.
he was lean.
I think he's bulkier. Like he doesn't have as much definition to his body.
Right. I thought Jonathan Majors was leaner actually and had more definition.
No, I felt like his upper body was just bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you mean Michael B. Jordan's upper body's bigger?
No, Jonathan Majors' body is bigger, like more stout.
To me, I feel like Michael B. Jordan's more stocky.
Yes,
like
he was stockier.
He has a little more of a broader shoulders.
Michael B. Jordan or John? I thought
Michael B. Jordan looked.
Michael B. Jordan,
I have to go back and look at the pictures.
To me, he looked more stocky. Like,
yeah, he just had
more
meat to him.
Where Jonathan Majors
was more
he
lean.
was lean and cut, and you could see
Like
you saw
muscle
every.
was
I could
defined.
say okay, so he could be more cut, but as far as like just thickness and just how it's the difference between Kendall versus her sisters
Kylie.
who are more curvy, whereas I think Michael B. Jordan is just more slender. Not saying he doesn't have muscles, just feel like he's more leaned out versus who's
Parts of his body maybe.
It's like the difference between
well, I know this part right here on Jonathan Majors. It was lean.
That was
lean. It's like the difference between The Rock versus
Sure.
Jonathan Statham. They're both muscular people, but
The Rock is bigger.
Yeah, he's just bigger and just more.
But I feel like they're comparable as far as bigness. It's just, to me, Jonathan Majors has a leaner body type.
Okay, I see it the opposite
That's
way.
what I
So
thought.
I'm not a fitness expert.
Maybe I'm not either.
So
I am when it
I'm
comes
just-
to men's
I'm just-
bodies.
I'm just looking at them as, from what I
Either
can,
way, both of them had
either
banging
way, yeah.
bodies.
They
and
do. They do.
That was one part of the film that I was here for.
Yes, for real.
It was a good movie. Too.
It was a very good movie, and it was directed by Michael B. Jordan. So I think
he
that
did great.
I think that he did a really great job doing that. And I think I see good things for him in the future. So, yay.
Oh, yeah, that's my baby. Mm-hmm. Corny and all, I'll take him.
Yes, I will.
They say he's corny.
They said he's corny or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll take that corny man.
I'll take it corny
so
any
fine.
day.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Amen.
So, is that all we got? We can go ahead and
Yeah, we can
Take a quick break and come back. and
Okay, let's
get
do it. And we are back. All right, so today our topic is going to be, how do you feel about, like a married person having like close friendship with someone of the opposite sex who is single? An example would be like, say, for example, a married man that's really close friends to a single female. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, you're the married one, so how do you feel about that?
Okay, so I am married, and for me, no, I don't like it. Like,
So-
I'm not saying that as a married man you can't have friends of the opposite sex. You can, but I just don't feel like you should have a close friendship, especially if the person is single.
What constitutes close?
Like maybe talking outside. It just depends. Like maybe if you're friends at work or something and you talk outside of work, or y'all hang out outside of work, or I don't know. For me, it's just kind of weird, but that's just me.
So this is like a topic for me because I am a single woman
Okay.
and I do have a lot of married male friends.
But are y'all like tight, like close? Like y'all speak on the phone like
I mean,
all
I don't
the time,
just be,
or
I mean, all the time. No, I mean, I wouldn't say for a reason. If I'm calling you on the phone or you're calling me on the phone, it's for a specific reason, and that specific reason is typically work or like an outing, like we're all planning to do together.
so work related. So you're not really friends outside of work then?
No, we're friends outside of work because like people. I mean, who are you closest with? People you work with, because you're with people you work with more than
Majority of the
anybody.
time, yeah.
But I'm talking more like
So those same groups of people, we end up having like things where we say, okay, we're all gonna go out on Saturday, or we're gonna have this birthday party for this person. Everybody's invited. So it might be like stuff
those
like
are group things.
but I'm talking to one person individually at a time, and some of those people are married.
I was talking more like that to me sounds more like y'all are coworkers and y'all hang out outside work like with other people from work.
Typically,
like,
I get close
happy
with
hour
their
and
wives
stuff
too.
like
though.
that.
I get close with their wives too. So like,
I was talking more like a relationship to where they're like really close, like personal almost, to where they talk about like life and like what's
I talk about life with my guy friends.
I'm just mean more like a personal friendship. I think how
have
you're
personal
describing
friendships.
is more like just.
But I'm saying I don't just call you on the phone and be like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm watching this show.
Yeah, I was talking more like that.
Like I don't do that
like-
with any friend.
Like, you know, like how.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
I really don't
girl
like
or
talking
not.
on-
I don't
I don't
just
like talking on the
talk
phone
on the
either.
phone just for no reason. There's always a reason for me to be on the phone with you.
I hate that too. Like, don't call me for no reason.
Like
what are you
even like
doing?
my best friend, like Lakin, like we'll talk on the phone. It won't be an everyday thing. It'll
Yeah.
be like, hey girl, scandal.
So what are your? For me personally, I wouldn't like it. Well,
So I think for me, there should be
Limits?
first of all trust,
Yes.
and limits to that. Because I know for me as a single woman, I definitely have guy friends who are married, who I have friendships outside of their relationship. Like as far as like they have their wives, I might be friends with their wives, but then I also have a friendship with just the husband and just the wife. But I feel like, I don't know. I know my intentions and I know I would never cross that line. So for me, I would hope that the wives of said married man would trust me enough or trust their husband enough to not have a problem with us having a friendship, because anything we're doing, I'm not hiding anything. I'm very transparent with that friendship.
I personally don't want my husband having any type of relationship with no other woman, like no other friendship that's outside of family.
And I can't sit
stuff
there
like
and
that,
say,
of course.
to be honest, that I would like my husband to have a friendship with a woman that I don't know that well. And they all had to get to know me. So I don't know how it would feel if all of a sudden you'd be like, yeah, Lacey's finna come up with us to this bar. Huh?
I'm
Who the hell's
like,
Lacey?
Okay. Sorry, I personally, but I'm first of all, I'm very territorial. I'm very selfish.
I am too.
I'm that my man. That's my man. No, you can't be friends with my man. That's my man. I'm his friend.
He don't need another friend. He just needs me.
No friends. Oh God. Okay.
No, listen.
But don't you
because
trust your husband?
No, I do trust my husband, right? But that's just me. So maybe I'm a jealous person. Maybe I'm very selfish.
You
and
have an
territorial.
example that you've been using.
Well, okay.
So the example, the coffee thing.
Well, this was like a long time ago. My husband, he works from home, so I don't even have to really worry too much about coworkers and stuff because.
Mm-hmm.
But so this was years ago when he used to work in an office, and I guess they were. Well, he says they would all take turns buying breakfast,
Coffee.
whatever. But anyway. It was a Saturday, actually. And this was
Saturday?
like, yeah, because this was like so long ago when he used to work on Saturdays. And some female texted him and she was like, oh my God, are you going to Starbucks? Can you bring me Starbucks? I said, excuse me, who is texting my man on a Saturday telling him to bring her Starbucks? I said, no, boo-boo. Get somebody else to do it.
So did you tell him
You
to
really?
tell her that?
What?
No. I was like, why?
Because I wonder what kind of arguments I've started in households.
No, because I was like, why is this girl? I'm like, who is that? And why is this girl texting you to bring her Starbucks? No, But then he was just like, no, because we have to work on Saturdays. We all take turns.
Yeah.
I'm like, first of all, how she got your number?
Why
I
can't
have all my
I have
coworkers'
all
phone
my
number.
coworkers'
Like,
numbers.
That's ridiculous,
So,
Stacey.
I don't-
Especially if you're
I-
like in management, you're
Listen,
I have all my coworkers' phone numbers.
First of all, I don't care. And
Oh.
the way he explained it to me was like they take turns. I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever.
You want him out the rotation?
Tell her don't text. Well, she texted
You want him out
but
the
I was like,
rotation.
why is she texting you personally? They said nothing about no group. I was like, you know what? First of all, that's cool, whatever. But don't be bringing. She can go home and damn Starbucks. You
Okay,
want Starbucks?
yeah,
So did she bring him Starbucks, or did he bring her Starbucks?
Honestly, this was a long time ago. I really don't even know.
Okay, so this is my
Go ahead,
own
Jill.
personal opinion. That is definitely a case by case basis.
It is.
So when it comes to number one thing is if I don't trust you,
Yeah.
you can't. No, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Why are you friends with her? But if I trust you and I know your character, then the next step is the other woman. What kind of person is she?
Right.
Because then
Yeah.
you do have, especially if it's a situation where maybe you're friends with her and have been friends with her long before you met me. So I can't.
That's a little bit different
make stipulations
also,
on
yeah.
that friendship. And if you, I mean, like I said, especially if you work outside of the home, that sometimes you do create a friendship, maybe a mentorship almost kind of thing.
I met my
where-
husband at work, so maybe I'm a little bit.
Yeah. So
Maybe for me, I tend to because remember that's how I met. We met at work,
And I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say that.
so
Yeah.
that might be for me why I'm always leery. And I've also. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, Jill. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, so it just depends on who that girl is and do I get to know her? We may not be best of friends, but there needs to be a level of respect there as well, where you respect my relationship and thus I will
Yeah.
respect that friendship as well. I don't have a problem with y'all being friends, but it depends on the two people
Right.
in that friendship, the person I'm dating and that single person as well.
And let me just add this, and I'll turn it over to you, Janice. So I think for me, it's not that I'm not really a jealous person either, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I do trust my husband. Like, he has not given me a reason to not trust him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for me, because we met at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how we met. And I know how much time people spend with each other at work,
Mm-hmm.
and that time can turn into more.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me,
It
like,
did for you.
right.
Yeah.
And it fine, it worked out. It's perfect, whatever. But I think for me, like, seeing if I were to see him maybe getting close with a female at work, automatically my mind would be like, hold up. What's like, I don't know. That's just, but
I get that. You want to protect your home. Protect
maybe
your...
because it was that way for us, but it's not all.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to that, I mean, in a situation where you can have people start having affairs with colleagues,
Right.
So that's not, like I said, like that's why I say it's a case by case
It is a
basis.
case-by-case.
Because truthfully, if I don't trust my partner, it doesn't
Right.
matter where they met, if they were friends or not. If I don't trust my partner, he gonna cheat. It don't matter. He could be out with his guy friends and meet him at meet some girl who's a waitress at a bar. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm in a relationship with this
Yeah.
person. At the end of the day, your loyalty needs to be with me. And my thing is that if you wouldn't do it with me there,
Right.
you don't need to be doing it when I'm not there.
I think that's the big thing, because
Yeah.
I don't feel like my guy friends treat me any differently if their wives are there. That makes
Right.
sense?
That
so
makes
that means,
perfect sense.
That means that there's nothing inappropriate going on.
Right.
Right? Because exactly how you would treat, and that means still walking up and giving me a hug, buying me a shot, hey, let me walk you to your car, it's late outside, like that kind of stuff. You treat me the exact same way
Yeah.
with your
So
wife there or not.
If you can't have that conversation on speakerphone with your wife in the
Exactly.
room, you shouldn't be having that
If
conversation.
I'm on the phone with you, I'm saying hello to your wife. Oh, where's your wife? Oh,
Right.
I'm not going to say any names, of course, but I'll be like, oh, I need to call her because we have our own friendship outside of
Well, that's different
our
because y'all
friendship.
also have a friendship. Let
But
me ask you a
that
question. though.
started because I had a friendship with him first, and my friendships with their wives came with the territory because you are a package deal, you are married.
So let me ask you a question, and I'm just generalizing here. Okay, so, how would you feel, or would you do that? Like, if you have a guy friend that's married, right, and say you're single, would y'all go out together, just y'all two, just to go hang out?
Yes. Yes.
That would be kind of weird for
and
me.
it
I
wouldn't
guess.
be like a let's go get dinner, Janice. It would be like we're leaving work, let's go have a quick drink.
Just y'all two.
It depends. Like, it's never usually like, it's just us two. It'll be like, who wants to go get a drink? Right? And then it'll be like, if we're the only two that can go get a drink, we're going to go get the drink.
But you wouldn't like make plans and then be like, hey, let's go.
I wouldn't specifically go say to my guy friend who's married, hey, let's go have dinner.
Or what if he says to you, hey, let's go have some drinks at the bar, just me and you, and just kick it and talk and chill?
I mean, I have.
I guess for me, that would be kind of weird.
I have. That's what I'm saying. I have gone to have drinks with my guy friends who's married, and it was just with us two. I have.
Y'all just kick it and chill?
Just for a little bit. And I'm not saying it's nothing inappropriate. Not to where it's like 11 o'clock at night, midnight, and then you're finally, you know what I'm saying? It's more like a quick drink.
I'm just asking because I'm trying to put myself in the situation, like how I would feel.
So let's say, for example.
Let's say the opposite way. Would Ernest feel a way if you had a guy friend who was single and you guys are friends and kicking?
He would.
Okay.
Okay.
And I personally, though, it's me personally, I don't have guy friends like that. And I don't have guy friends.
And in the past,
like
for my exes, it would have been a problem. It was always a problem for them with my guy friends.
I don't have guy friends like that. And any guy friend that I've ever had, they have always would have wanted to take it there with me. Like,
Okay.
That's another thing,
And
too.
see, that's
why I don't. Most guys that I've ever been friends with, they've always had.
They have tried at some point in our friendship.
So I don't do that.
So I think that's the thing. And I wish we had a guy's perspective here, where I feel like sometimes guys are only friends with women because they were like, I'm just going to sit in the cut just in case there's a chance.
And I'm like, that's why I don't have
feel
guy
like that's
friends.
why they hold on to that friendship, because they're hoping that one day they'll get the opportunity to be more.
But
not necessarily
which is why I don't do guy friends.
But I also, yes, I do think that is the case for sure. But I know for me, I know I've had guy friends where it was, even if that was your thought process in the beginning, you know where it is now. You know that line's never going to be crossed, and we are strictly friends. Strictly.
But in their mind,
waiting in the
though
cut.
you have made it clear that it will never happen, this can never happen. I think almost, not saying that they have,
but I don't think that's
in the back of their
guarantee.
mind, or I don't think they've fully let go of the possibility.
Right, quite
That's
possible.
what I think sometimes. Like I said, I don't know. Women, it's a little different, but I've heard.
Do you believe that that's always the case with the male and female friendship?
That is not my perspective. This is what I've heard other men have said is it one day.
We should have had a guy on.
Not yet. We
have.
haven't hooked up yet. That's why they're still hanging on to that friendship. It's not yet. When.
Okay,
they're
so
still hoping.
I'm a girl, and this single or not. Let's say you're not even single. I mean, let's say you are single. Like, I have a lot of guy friends.
Okay.
I do.
Which might possibly all change if you get into a relationship, because
and it always has to, okay, here we go. I have a lot of guy friends. I do.
Okay.
And every single one of the relationships I've had where they were my actual boyfriend, or I would get to see them exclusively, it always was a problem for them that I had guy friends. And they would ask me a million questions about that guy friend. Well, how long have you known him? Has he ever tried anything? Well, he probably wants to. You probably just
because
don't
that's
know.
how guys
Because I
think.
think
That's how guys
he's
think.
thinking that way because that's how he feels.
That's how he would have done it.
Exactly.
And that's how most men.
And I want to say maybe the reason why they feel that way is because when there's no women around, this is what they're discussing, and their true thoughts and feelings come out, and they're like, well, damn, I feel the same way
And
too.
don't get me wrong, I do think that your friend, like as a single woman, I do think that my friendships will change. Of course they should. They should change. But I can't see, but then it's a catch-22 because I don't want them to have to change their friendship with me because I'm single and I need a guy friend.
I mean, I don't know, because I think we're all in different stages. And I just know for me, just being married, like me and my husband, we don't really, I mean, I'm not saying that he can't have female friends and he can't, I mean,
I've
sure.
had
I
like
just
guys
mean, like, he just
threaten
can't.
my other guy, like threaten my guy friends. Like if he even comes here, if he even calls you, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. I think
Like we're just friends.
I think it's-
and the thing about for me, because I'm very much like, once I put you, they call it the bro zone. Once I put you in the bro zone,
That's
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Like there
For
is no
you,
coming
but it
back
might
out
not
of the
be a
bro
wrap
zone for me.
them.
And that's hey, you can think whatever you want because I know it's not going to change
What about,
for me.
okay, if you're married now, like find your man, just your guy, my man.
my man, my
Says that.
man.
Young Carisha, Young Miami says that. My man.
My man.
Okay, you have your man, and y'all, getting married and stuff, right? How would
I'm
you
really
feel
touched right
about him being close friends to a single?
I couldn't handle it. I know it's a double standard,
That's
but
big double standard.
I don't like it.
See, that's me.
I want my man to only think about me at all
And
times of the day.
That's how.
And literally feel like I am
That's
the
me.
be all end all.
Okay, it's not even a jealousy.
And it's a really selfish way to feel.
That's me. I'm selfish.
And I can't say it's
I am
not. I don't
selfish.
even think it's right.
It's not.
I
I'm
think
selfish.
at the end of the day, I feel like I wouldn't mind.
I'm just jealous.
I think I wouldn't mind
selfishness.
as long
I'm
as I
selfish.
know
I'm
that
jealous.
I'm number one in the roster as far as
I
best
always know,
friends.
but
I might
know
my spouse's best friend. Like there's me, and then whoever else is there, whether it's
Yeah.
other guys or other women. When it comes
even
to
him,
I think friendship comes
talking
first.
to a girl too long or laughing with her a little too hard, I'm gonna be like, oh, so you.
Wait.
I'm gonna be looking like I'm just the
but here's
worst
the thing.
because I have my man know that's my dude, and he'll be over there talking to somebody.
don't be
and if he's
kikiing with
talking for
nobody
too
else.
long, I'm looking like
What's going on over there?
Yo,
I'm paying attention.
y'all, let me tell
And like honestly, I'm always paying attention to what you're doing. Even though I look like I'm over here kiki kakaing with these people, I'm really listening to what you're saying.
Oh,
But
okay.
you know what's funny? Y'all don't remember this, but I think it was one Christmas. I think we were at Rose's
Crazy.
house for Christmas one year, and I don't know who this lady was, but we were all just over there having a good time. It was Christmas or something, and Ernest is like really nice. He talks to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know if one of the kids came to me. I don't know which one of them was like, "Who are you over there kikiing with?" And I said,
Who? At one of our holidays?
"Yes." I said, I got up. I said,
Who was it?
"I don't know. It was
I
something."
don't know if it was at Rose's house. It could be
It
one
was.
of her
I
friends.
know
One of her random
exactly.
friends?
I know exactly. I should call Kiara in here. I know it. We were at Rose's house, and it was someone that's usually not. I had never seen this person before. It's someone who's never been over.
She
there
have
before.
short hair.
I don't remember. The girls would remember because one of them was like, somebody over there kikiing with him. Who? Because they're just like me. Don't be kikiing with nobody. Like, don't be doing that.
Buzz,
What?
baby.
Okay.
Yeah. I said. I got up. I said.
You don't have to be my husband or
I
my
looked-
man.
I looked
Just
at
somebody
him.
I'm dealing with.
Because I know if you see some female kicking in with him, you're gonna be like, "Excuse me."
Excuse me.
I mean,
But
like
I
I
mean,
said, you don't
see
even have
how
to be
you
my man,
see-
but if I have dealings with you at
Yeah,
all,
like.
I don't want to see
Tell me.
it. Even if you have every right to do it, I don't want to see it. Because I'm going to have
But I'm very
some
like-
type of feeling about it.
I'm selfish. That's my
and I'm going to
man.
be thinking,
like,
oh, do you want her? She's next?
Yeah.
don't make my man laugh. Only I can make my man
Like,
laugh.
why are you laughing so hard?
Yeah.
It's not even that funny.
Like, it's not that funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's going to be a conversation on the way home. Well, I heard you laughing over there. It couldn't have been that funny.
Yeah. I
Tell
think,
me. I want to laugh.
I want to get the joke.
I want to laugh.
We joke about it all the time, but that's just that's how I am.
And the crazy part is,
It's a joke.
It
It's
is a double standard for me
it
because
is a
for
double
me,
standard.
what was I going to say? Okay, so I do think as a single person, like you were saying, you have to respect their relationship. I feel like I respect all of my guy friends' relationship with their wives. I would never
right.
be inappropriate. I would never cross a line.
Even if they broke up, you're still off limits. That's
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
It
Yeah.
doesn't
Me
matter.
never.
You're my friend. In fact, you're so much my friend that I'm friends with your wife. So when y'all break up, we'll see. We shall see who I side with. It might not be you. Because if you were being dirty, I don't want nothing to do with you either.
Yeah, but I also think that when it comes to when you're in a relationship, sometimes people do put their friend group ahead of you, and I don't think that's healthy either.
It's not.
I feel like, not saying that your every waking moment should be about me. You should have healthy friend relationships, whether that's another woman being a friend with, or your quote unquote your guy friends. I've heard several women complain. I feel like he treats his friends better than he treats me. That ain't never gonna be my situation. I said
I had a guy friend that had that. It was like a whole thing. And that was her thing. It was, you put more appreciation
Effort.
into your friendships than this marriage. But that's at that point, that's between you two. I'm not trying to be involved whatsoever with that argument or that conversation. What I will do is if I feel like it's something where it is about the friendships, I'll fall back.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think,
You know what I
at
mean?
the end of the day, I think me personally, I think at the end of the day, like I said, it's a trust thing where I have to trust both
You have to
and the friend that are going to be respecting our relationship. And at the end of the day, I feel like as long as our relationship is not neglected, and like I said, I want you to, because I want to still have my friend group and be able to be with them and have that time, because that's important. We don't need to be attached at the hip 24/7, 365 days out of the year.
I like being attached to his hip. 24/7, 365.
I don't necessarily need.
But
well,
you still have
I don't
your
know.
independence. We still
Because
go
when
out
I
to
really
girls'
like
night,
somebody,
our own thing.
I'm joking.
No, but I can't even lie, because when I really like somebody, I do want to spend like all my time
But
with
we
them.
spend
No,
a
I'm
lot
just
of time
saying,
together
but
for real. We
to
do.
the
Like, I
detriment
do.
of your friend group, where you'd never be like, you never want to hang out with your friends.
No, but at first, sometimes it's like that
Yeah,
at
'cause you're
first.
developing
Because at
that
that first time, it's so
relationship.
exciting. It's so like exhilarating to be with that person and be able to touch them and hold them. All that. It's just it. So yes, at first, the friendship takes a back seat. I have you all the time. Let me try and find something and build on that.
Yeah, because I think that's the time when you're beginning to meld somebody into your life.
Yeah.
Right,
And
exactly.
so-
And then you need to fully figure out, are they going to come, do I want them in my life? And before you go integrate them in all different parts of your life. So I think that time is your time to really figure
Get to
out,
know each other.
do I want this person in my life, like, for real?
Yeah. And I think also when it comes to priority, I think your romantic relationship, it definitely needs to, not saying that it completely puts everything else in the back burner, but I think the first priority should be your romantic relationship, the person that you're a partner with, and then your friendships. Then after that is your friendship, family and friendships. So I think that's important too.
So just to say, because really, if you think about with Scandival, with the Vanderpump Rules stuff, she was actually friends with the girl first. She was friends with Ariana. So it's not always just their friendships. Like you were trying to make them friends, right? Because you're like, this is my friend, this is my boyfriend, I want y'all to be friends. So it's not always just your friendship with somebody. Sometimes it's a friend of yours that you never know.
Right,
so that's what I'm saying. You never know. So it's not always just that piece. It can be somebody.
Yeah, no, I
but
know.
we also know that girlfriend that you can trust with your man. You always have a deep down feeling, and them.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those.
Yeah.
I've had a couple.
I don't know. I think there's
A couple things. What did I say whenever you had that one situation? I said, trust no bitch. I'm just
Exactly.
like, what the fuck?
Because I was like, it became a pattern with her. It was what happened. I would date somebody or be talking to somebody, and it was always just like, as soon as we would start to even like go in that direction, she would like somehow integrate herself in it and be like, well, I like him too. I'm like, huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this was a pretty good topic, I think. So, I guess we're all in the same, like, it
Kind
just
of different.
depends.
Stacey's like, hell no. Me, I'm like case by case. And Janice is like, it could work.
But when she has her man, it's going to be a her man.
But it is, I can't lie. But that's what I'm saying. For me, it is a literal case by case. It has to be a trust thing. It has to be a, like, but at the same time, I'm going to be leery. I'm going to have my guard up.
To end it, for me, ain't no case by case. It ain't happening. My man. I'm his only friend. I don't need
Not his only friend, though,
listen,
Stacey.
He has friends. I'm just kidding. Not. But we have each other.
But the
and
friendship
we
needs
good.
to have boundaries for you.
Yes.
Like, and that boundary
And
should.
okay, so he does have friends. He has friends. I have friends, and he does have female friends. Come on, like, I'm just over exaggerating here. But
In general.
but I personally, I don't have close.
You shouldn't say
guy-
your best friend is.
I don't have close guy
a guy.
friends like that. Like, I don't have.
My best friend's a girl.
Your best friend is your husband. Let's be honest.
I mean, I have really good friendships with women and stuff like that. But I don't have guy friends because I choose not. I don't want to. I choose not
And
to.
that's what I'm saying. How do I just get rid of friendships because I get in a relationship? I can't just throw a whole friendship away because I have a relationship now.
Yeah.
Right, but
I'm
That's
with
wrong.
Stacey. I've never really had a really good quote unquote guy friend. I've had guys who are acquaintances, usually because they're connected with girls that I'm friends with. But to be like, oh, you're my best friend.
The
and
older
we're
I've
gonna
gotten,
go
the more they
do-do-do.
haven't necessarily tried anything.
Even at work.
But in the past, like college
And yes,
days, early 20s, every single guy friend I did have
And
at
that's
some
why
point tried to
exactly
get,
why
like,
I don't
try
have
to
guy
sleep
friends
with me or get with me.
any
or
guy that
whatever.
I know, they liked me at some point. I don't do that, and I don't.
Yeah.
want him to
Eventually,
do it
they
either, so.
confess it to you, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Actually.
Anyway, this was a really good topic. I'm glad everyone was open to this discussion and just.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. As a single girl, I get the
But I feel like you were
questions.
taking it personally, and it wasn't even.
Well, because I know for
geared
me,
towards you
but
at
for
all.
me,
It was
it's
just-
I've had those questions in the past, like, oh, you're pretty close with da-da-da. I'm like, and?
So, yeah, just to be clear, it was not geared towards you. I thought it was just like a good open conversation to
you're
have
fine.
of how I am, my little selfish self. Anyway,
I'm selfish too,
We're going to get out of here, y'all. So we'll talk to y'all next week.
All
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
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 Thank you for listening today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the platform you're listening on and leave us a review.
We want to support local businesses, so if you'd like us to shout out your business, or if you have a topic suggestion, or even questions for our QA section, we want to hear from you. So reach out to us at letmefinish@gmail.com.
You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at Let Me Finish. Don't forget that the E in me is the number 3. You can find me at New Jillian Houdis on Instagram. Stacy, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Mrs. Cams01. I'm also on TikTok, Mrs. Cams01, MRSKAMS01.
And Janice, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Uniquely Janice, and Facebook and TikTok, I'm just Janice Housen.
Okay. See you next week.
See you next week.
See you guys then.